welcome to Balcony Sessions. I think we're on episode 36, but tonight we have David Hinson. I'm so happy to have you on the balcony. We've covered you at some open mics back in the day, so this is really cool. And you're going to be talking about your new EP, your debut EP, Better Late Than Never.
Right.
So tell me what that phrase means to you, not just as a musician, but to you personally.
Well, personally, it's sort of indicative of where I am on my musical journey. I mean, I've really spent most of my life really building my daytime career, my professional career, and over the last, I guess, decade since I've been here in Springfield, I've really tried to pick back up performance and play around, and really have spent most of my time trying to build my musical vocabulary. So I haven't always been known for my songwriting chops at all. And so Justin Larkin asked me to come out in January. It was a snow day, and we were going to go do the jam later Sunday night. And he said, "Come on out, and we'll put some of your songs down." And so what we did. So in about 2 hours, we put down 6 songs, and 5 of which wound up on the EP.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And here it is.
And
Here it is today.
Yeah,
That is so exciting.
Yeah, so Better Late Than Never is sort of like
That's
the
fitting.
byword. Yeah, it's very fitting.
It's very fitting. And how long have you been playing?
I've been playing since I was 17.
Oh my gosh. So and now you have, Better Late
No,
Than Never.
not 17.
No, Better Late Than Never on your EP. This is exciting. Well,
Yeah.
I will let you get to it.
All right. This first song is called Unlearning to Stay, and hope to put this on my next project. Packed my desk like I was stealing. Old pens, rubber bands, I've forgotten. No. You asked me what's next, I said sleeping. We both laughed at the joke. I thought I'd be dramatic, or at least a little brave. But it feels like I'm just standing in the doorway in the way. I'm not quitting, I'm just leaving. There's a difference, I've been told. I gave the best years I was able. Now I'm walking myself home. So don't look back, don't get excited. I'm unlearning how to stay. Taught myself to sound certain, even when I wasn't right. Learn which parts of me to sharpen, which ones to keep out of sight. My knees predict the weather, and my phone knows me too well. Can't tell if I'm done becoming, or just done with where I fell. just need a little time to be who I wanna be. And the parking lot is empty, so don't look back, don't get excited. I'm unlearning how to stay. So turn the lights off when you're ready. I've already said goodbye.
Woohoo!
Thank you.
That's very pretty.
Thank you very much.
So you returned to songwriting after many years of with your career and
Yeah.
building a family, raising a family.
Yeah.
What kind of songs can only be written after certain life experiences?
Well, I think you have to live a little, it's a little disingenuous to hear a 24-year-old talk about, the struggles of, the 3 or 4 years that they've had some life experience. And I think you have to go through some perseverance and through some challenge and tragedy. You don't have to go through tragedy or sorrow to be a great songwriter, but it definitely gives you a unique perspective, and I think it lends some authenticity to your songwriting. And for me, I think a challenge of a good songwriter is to communicate those common experiences that we all have through the course of our life in a way that is not trite and speaks to the heart. I mean, I think if you can make someone feel something authentic and say it in a way that is uniquely yours, but still can use the vocabulary of everything that we use to convey meaning in songs, I think that's really kind of the key. And so there's a lot of music out there very formulaic, and I just really try not to do that, but to try to listen and pick up what I hear from songwriters that I really admire. I really like Gary Loris of the Jayhawks. I really like him. I've always been a lifelong fan of Neil Young. And so sometimes when someone compares me to, hey, he sounds a little like Neil Young, or he sounds like Tom Petty, my immediate thought is, oh, I don't sing well. But
your songwriting probably is that style. So
yeah, it's very much that style. So I'll take it for what it is.
So do you think experiences gives us better answers, or just simply better questions?
I think it gives us a way to frame our answers, right? Because nobody really has their answers. We all are responsible for where we end up in life to whatever extent. And in my songwriting, I just try not to let the people in the songs off the hook, right? I want them to be accountable to what they're doing. And sometimes you start off on writing a song and you think the perspective is one of a hero, and then you find out, boy, I really dislike this person intensely.
Just kidding.
Yeah, exactly. So I think really a good song is reflective and doesn't really let us off the hook for meaning and holds ourselves accountable. And if I've been successful, then whoever's listening to my song can project themselves into it in some aspect and feel something. So if I've done that, then I've succeeded.
Okay. Your music deals with misturns and unexpected destinations. Looking back, have there been like moments in your life that made more sense only in hindsight?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And it's funny how much smarter you get the older you get, right?
Yes.
So, perspective, I wish we could pre-install both regret and perspective. I think it would keep us from making a lot of rash decisions. I think, just like somebody famous said, the unexamined life is not worth living, right? You've got to sort of take stock as you go along, and I think daily, just kind of to sit down at the end of the day, take stock of the day, and plan out the next day is great exercise for making sure we're prepared for what can't be prepared for. And if I had advice for anybody, it's just like, hey, be able to pivot. And so.
A lot of unexpected things will always happen.
Always, yeah.
Always.
You just have to learn to roll with it.
Yep, absolutely. Makes it a lot easier. I will let you get back to your music.
All right. Well, this is a song about staying longer than you expected. It's called Better Days. This town ain't my home. Said it's only for a while. That was 10 long years ago. Same bar, same crooked smile. Hope no longer holds us here. Just my habits and the rent. And a stack of empty postcards that I never sent. I don't wanna die alone. Can't say it easier than that. If better days are just ahead, then why am I always looking back? You told me when you walked away, you were running out of better days. Better days, better days are better late than never. That coffee cup you gave me sits lonely on a shelf, stained and chipped and empty, like a picture of myself. Forgotten man for sitting, just like your old key. Sits hanging by the back door, and left it with me. I don't wanna die alone. Can't say it easier than that. If better days are just ahead, then why am I always looking back? You told me when you walked away, you were running out of better days. Better days, better days are better late than never. You told me when you walked away, you were running out of better days. Better days, better days are better late than never. Thank you.
Perfect question because of that song too. So your writing seems to trust small details to carry big emotions. What draws you to those quieter moments rather than grand statements?
I don't know. I think maybe just kind of how I was raised, right? I mean, when I grew up, I know it's hard to believe, but it was pre-internet, pre-cable TV. I mean, it was after the radio.
No way.
Yeah. But, so I just spent a lot of time, hanging out with friends and listening to music, and that's what we would do. We'd go out after school, friend's house, sit around, listen to albums, and so pull out Dan Fogelberg or Barefoot Jerry or whatever, and sit there and just listen to the music and talk about what it meant to each
Oh,
other.
that's beautiful.
Yeah, and so I did that a lot. I mean, I can remember the first time opening up Pink Floyd's "Wish You Were Here" and talking about the album cover and all the artwork, or Elton John's "Captain Fantastic," opening up that booklet and just looking at all the lyric sheets and the artwork, and it was just, just not just listening to the music, but listening to the music, thinking about what it had to say, how they put it together, and
Just analyzing the whole thing.
yeah, thinking about, well, why does it make you feel this way? And another impact, someone that was really sort of influential on me, had a ninth grade English teacher that his name was Mr. Stackhouse. He had been to Woodstock, and so anyway, one of his teaching methods was he'd bring out a song if we were reading a book, and he would pick out a song like "Fool on the Hill" or "Salisbury Hill" or whatever, and so we would apply what the song was saying to the book or the stories that we're reading, and so that sort of got me into more of a close reading of music, and so I've always been someone that might glom on to a song simply because of what it said, not necessarily because it was the most beautiful song, but the way they said it, how it was expressed, and so I think I tried to carry that forward. And like I said, it took me a long time because there are a lot of people I really admire, and there are things I like about the way they write songs. And so I just want to make sure that I develop a sufficient vocabulary, musically and lyrically, to be able to put it together. And so, my process is always to start with the lyric first, and then I figure out, what the song wants to be. If it wants to be a waltz, if it wants to be a banger, if it wants to be blue or whatever.
Whatever may come up.
Yeah.
Let me see. When you're writing, how do you know when the song has said enough?
I'm always amazed when people say, "Oh, I wrote it came out in 15 minutes," and some people, that's their process. They write it, they don't want to touch it or edit it. For me, I think the bones of the song may come out in 30 minutes or an hour, but I find that it takes me probably a couple of weeks, right, to really hear what the song is saying, maybe go through 2 or 3 iterations of the musical bones of what it's going to be. And then sometimes it's like, you look at it and it's like, oh my gosh, I used the word, I don't know, heart 3 times in 2 verses. It's like, maybe I ought to think about that a little bit more. And so I think songs have to sit with you a while. I think repetition is great simply because it makes you think about what the song is saying. But I think the song will speak to you with enough time. And I think sometimes you need to see what the reaction is in the room. I mean, things that I think are meaningful, I get in the room and people respond differently, live. So I think you have to give a song to kind of grow up a bit. And for me, that typically takes a couple weeks.
I always pay attention to lyrics, and so do you have the lyrics written out for your EP?
Yeah, actually. So you can go to Lyric Find. It's out there on that. If you're on Spotify, the lyrics are on that as well. But yeah, they're readily available.
Awesome. Do you think listeners bring their own stories into a song, or is it part of a songwriter's responsibility to guide them towards a specific meaning?
I think those are the less interesting songs, right? If it's just a story song and that's all there is to it, I mean, that's end up, right? I think a good song invites the listener to participate in some way. And it may be the entire song that speaks to them. Sometimes it's just a portion of the song. And I don't start out a song trying to be cute, right? But I do want it to be something that's memorable. And then it could be that there's one particular line or one particular phrase that sticks with it, or sometimes it's the repetition of a song in a way. And then sometimes I'll write a song and think, this is not really a song for me, but I can hear that it's like a Kim Gordon type of song, or I can hear that it's a type of genre that is not me, but I can still express what the song should say. I just know that I'm not necessarily the instrument for it, not the right demo.
Well, I will let you get back to your songs.
All right. All right. This is another song. This is not necessarily about staying in a place too long, but it's about staying in a place and then the place becoming unrecognizable. It's called A Place I Used to Be. That bank used to be a field where I learned to play. And that restaurant was where I went to pray. Now they're changing all the places that made me meet. Now where I am is just a place I used to be. I drive by the square, empty windows, darkened doors. By the bypass, chicken strip, big box stores. I watch strangers slowly walk ahead of me. Now where I am is just a place I used to be. Well, I did what I was told, stayed between the lines, but I turned and looked away, and I let it pass me by. I tried to walk away, but I couldn't let it go. Now the place I used to be is just a place that I don't know. So I cash my check, head on down to the liquor store. It used to be a church, it's not that anymore. Well, I barely know this face in front of me, because where I am is just a place I used to be. And I don't know this place I used to be. Yeah, I don't know this place I used to be. Thank you.
What a beautiful song. So you were talking about working in higher education,
Yeah.
and how has that? I don't know. So has that influenced the way that you approach songwriting?
Yeah, and probably more so, how I handle the business of songwriting, right? Because, my role in higher education, I work as a fractional chief information officer, which means I serve multiple schools at the same time. It means I'm on the road a lot. And so, as a result, I'm in front of a windshield for a long time, or I sit in a hotel room, or try to make some connections out when I'm out of town. And so that whole aspect of not sitting in a hotel room, going out and exploring, finding open mics, connecting with the music communities wherever I am, that definitely has influenced people I meet and the stories they tell. I try to incorporate those. But it just being in a technical field, being a type A personality, I'm very organized, and so I found that a lot of my skills of organization really work to my advantage as I work to promote the music. It's not simply, hey, write a great song, everybody will flock to your door. Everybody knows that's not how it works, right? And so you have to have a method and a plan for how you promote it, and working the different angles and being respectful of people's time as you do outreach. And part of that respect comes from being organized so that you're not just clogging up everybody's inboxes with ask, hey, please listen to me. And so, I really try to marry the best of both my worlds. I think my expression in music definitely makes me a better communicator in front of presidents and provosts and chief operating officers or board members, and at the same time, the organization and regimentation makes me more disciplined, how I approach the business side of things. So I've tried to marry the best of both worlds without letting the worst of both worlds bleed through.
Yeah, I get that. Is there differences you've seen in the different music communities that you've been part of?
Oh yeah.
Versus Springfield. What is some similarities and differences?
Well, I think the similarities are people always want to be able to express themselves. Not every community affords the opportunity that Southwest Missouri does. I mean, frankly, pound for pound, we definitely punch above our weight, both in terms of musical talent, songwriting talent, and opportunities to play. I mean, here in Springfield, for a town of 150,000 people, there are just tons of opportunities to get out. I mean, whether you are booking gigs yourselves or going to open mics. So between Sunday and Thursday on any given night, you can find somewhere to go and play. And so it's great if you're a budding performer and you want to get out and build your chops. Open mics are great. Get out there, not only for your self-confidence, but to learn to play with others and learn, how to command the stage and how to play through the pain and the mistakes and get through it. And I think that's one thing that Springfield truly shines at. We're an exceptional music community, and as I said, I grew up in Nashville, so I was awash in those kinds of opportunities. And Springfield is great, pound for pound. I'm not even great on the curve. It's just a great community, and you don't find that everywhere. And you go to Chicago, you don't find it. You don't find it in Philly. You don't find it in many places. Yeah,
we're very spoiled.
Yeah, we are. I mean, we truly are. And so you kind of have an embarrassment of riches in one sense. It also makes it a little more competitive, to find slots, right? Because we've got musicians in the community, and playing music is the primary source of income, and so and they have followings, and so you have to kind of find your niche. Know that you need to travel a little bit, get out and about, broaden yourself, but again, regionally, Northwest Arkansas, Southwest Missouri, Eastern Oklahoma, Kansas, there are plenty of places to play. You just have to kind of strike out and not be afraid.
We're good center spot for musicians to just travel.
Yeah, just like the movie says, we're middle of nowhere.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
So many people put creative dreams on hold while life happens. What would you say to someone who wonders if it's too late to begin again?
It's never too late. I mean, you just have to look around. This week, my wife and I had a friend that passed away over the weekend, a year older than us, and so you just have to know that life is not promised to us, right? Regardless of how healthy we are, regardless of what happens, you have to make the most of it and not put off what you really want to do, because there's no guarantee that occurs. And I think one of my main drivers here, particularly in the last 10 years, my dad passed away at 61.
Oh,
and so that was really young, and so it really changed my perspective on what I wanted to do professionally, and how I pursued things like my music. And so it's not that that's the only driver, but it just throws in the sharp relief that you've got to make the most of what you're going to do. And just like I tell my boys, you're your own best self-advocate, so get out there and advocate and do what you want to do, because nobody's going to do it for you.
Yep. And we're all trying to make it.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you think patience is something we learn with age, or something life eventually teaches us, whether we want to learn it or not?
I never ask for patience because you get it. You know?
Yeah. Many opportunities.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to practice patience, you can practice any day. You don't have to ask for it. The trick is not to roll your eyes too much. And when you're someone like me with a forehead like this, you can't really hide your emotions too much, right? So you have to really work on your poker face. But we all need to be more gracious with ourselves, first and foremost, but with other people. And I think everybody could do with a lot more grace. And I think it's a lesson that we've unlearned here in the last 10 years or so. And I think we just need to kind of figure out a way forward because we're all in this together.
Yeah, we just all need to chill out. It'll be okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's get back to it.
All right. Well, this is a song that I wrote while I was working in Oklahoma. It's called Ada to Ozark. Ada in Ozark, it ain't even Bodart by Joplin. I won't even mind, 'cause loving and leaving is better than cheating, but leaving is far less than kind. The road will be lonely, but my heart can only be true to my heart, not my mind. From Ada to Ozark, Monette to Bodark, Oklahoma's your home. It's not sunset remembers my love's dying embers, your face when I said my goodbyes. Your heartache and your sorrow will haunt me tomorrow. I still see the pain in your eyes. Pull off the highway into my driveway, oh God, how I wish I had tried. From Ada to Ozark, Monette to Bodark, Oklahoma's your home. It's not mine. From Ada to Ozark, Monette to Bodark, Oklahoma's your home. It's not mine. From Ada to Ozark, Monette to Bodark, Oklahoma's your home. It's not mine. Ada in Ozark, ain't even Bodark by Joplin. I won't even mind. Thank you.
Just a reminder, you guys, guys, if you have any questions, just drop it on below, and we will ask them here in a little bit. But if I don't hear anything from Adam, we'll just keep going with the questions. Where did they go? Okay. What does success mean to you at this stage in your career?
Well, I think professionally there's definitely a lot less in front of me than what's behind me. So I just really kind of want to play out the string strong, in the day job, right? I don't know if I want to build something, monumental here in the waning golden years of my professional career, but I definitely want to finish strong and make sure that I leverage the best of my ability. Musically, I just feel like it's really kind of opening up in front of me, and so I'm looking forward to devoting much more full-time to that pursuit. For me, success is just continuing to write. I'm getting a lot of pleasure out of that. I want to perform as long as possible, and so I've tried to take better care of myself. I'm eating better, not necessarily looking better, but definitely I'm trying to take better care of myself. I would really recommend that you protect your instruments, whether it be your hands, your body, or your voice. And so, Greg Frazier, I've worked with Greg as a voice coach, and so that's been very helpful for me. Because really, I just kind of want to keep doing what I'm doing for as long as possible, and would like to explore other avenues. I would love to write for other people. I would love to get into music sync. I think that's a really good opportunity, and let's build up a multiple channels of expression for me. And so for right now, just want to do what I'm doing as long as I'm doing it. For me, success is really if I write something that's meaningful or perform something that's meaningful, then that's success enough.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm curious, what kind of advice are you going to take with you that Greg has given you with your vocal lessons?
Yeah, pay attention, right? I think just to take care of yourself. I think that's first and foremost. Use it and use it correctly. Warm up. Persistence is good, and I think just consistency, not only in preserving that, but I think in everything that you do, just being persistent, consistent. People learn to rely upon you, right? And it's just like today, apologizing for being chronically punctual, right? It's just
better that way.
Yeah, it is, and yeah. I got to tell you, working with musicians, that's not always the way.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. One of them finally comes in like 5 minutes before you go on. Yeah.
Or an hour after.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let's see. Are there places, physical or emotional, that continue to find their way into your songs even years later?
Maybe not places, but definitely memories and feelings. Definitely feel that way. When I think about music that really hit me at the right time in my life, both emotionally and structurally, I think back to music like Linda Ronstadt's Hasten Down the Wind. If you listen to that album, it's just beautifully produced. It's got songs from Karl Ivanov and Warren Zevon. I mean, it's just a great encapsulation of all that was right about music. And I think Jackson Brown's Late for the Sky is another one for me. It was like that. And then later on, when I finished college, and Dire Straits' Brothers in Arms, that's another, that's another no skip album that's just beautifully produced. So yeah, I kind of go to those places and how those songs made me feel. And to find music for me recently, it's really hard to kind of find those sort of touchstone moments that I seemingly had more of. Maybe it's because I had more idle time on my hands, but those are really more meaningful to me than a place. And of course, a place will trigger certain memories if they're good or particularly bad. They might do that. But really, it's more the memory of places and people, right? They're really more inspirational to me than places.
If your younger self could hear Better Late Than Never, what do you think would surprise him the most?
Probably like, why I became so soft, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was really a lot more into harder rock, I guess, growing up, so I guess surprising to me, that I've kind of taken an Americana bent in terms of my songwriting and things I play. But then again, I'll play Echo and the Bunnymen and Cure and all kinds of things. So my musical taste probably outrun my ability to perform them well. But yeah, I think they'd just be surprised that I went this particular route. But not necessarily that I wanted to do it. I think all my life I've wanted to do it. But in the service of being an adult and putting responsibility first. I mean, it's not an excuse, but for me that was really kind of what I've been doing, and that would probably be the moment that took me this long, kind of crack out.
So what was the moment that you're like, I have to do this?
Well, again, we were sort of talking before the session about all just the amazing musical talent here, and so in one sense, it's really daunting, right? If I named somebody, I would leave out the 50 other great songwriters here, but those great songwriters here in town, and it's a little intimidating to do that, and so for me, it was like I just felt like I wasn't pulling my weight, right? And I wanted to do more shows that were stand apart, because you can't throw a rock in town without hitting a cover band, and there's nothing wrong with it. I've been in cover bands, but I think people are thirsty for new ideas, right, and authenticity, and you can't create that if you're living somebody else's dream, right? So,
I'd love to hear more of your music.
All right. All right, this is a new one. Like new one, and it's a bit of a road song, but not really a road song. It's called Down 44. Counting down the minutes till I'm punching out and running through the door. Closing down and locking up just like I did 1,000 times before. Another night, another chance, another promise that I know will not keep. I grab the car keys and I'm home and drink enough until I finally fall asleep. I'll drive down 44, still clinging to the hope things will maybe someday turn out right. Past all the mistakes and the misturns and the missteps, I have rambled all my life. In spite of all the choices and the chances and the consequences that are truly mine, I cannot shake the feeling that my preference for pity will turn out for the best this time. I'll drive down 44 while clinging to the hope things will maybe turn out just alright. Past all the mistakes and the misturns and the missteps, I have worked for all my life. I don't worry about tomorrow, 'cause it's just another day to build another bridge across the chasms that I dug today. Drive down 44 while clinging to the hope things will maybe someday turn out right. Through all the mistakes and the misturns
some rapid fire questions. So this is whatever comes to mind first.
All right, well, I told you, I was told there'd be no math.
No math.
No
No
math.
math. Okay, so morning writer or late night writer?
Morning for sure, like sometime in the middle of the night.
Okay. Road trip playlist, so classic Americana or complete musical chaos?
I wouldn't call it, I would call it ordered chaos.
Ordered chaos?
Yeah, so early Jayhawks, Neil Young, Cars, Aha, Echo and the Bunnymen.
Okay,
it's all
organized.
Yeah, it's
Organized.
chaos, yeah.
One album you wish you could hear again for the first time?
Probably Dark Side of the Moon. Yeah.
That's a great
I
album.
know it's not everybody says. But, yeah.
So playing wise, coffee shop, front porch, or campfire?
Probably front porch. Yeah, it's more relaxed.
Yeah, you were telling me about those in, what was it, Memphis, you said?
Yeah. I played at Porch Fest back in April. About 150 bands.
Wow.
It's a big porch.
Yeah, it's a big. Yeah,
It's a giant
it was
porch.
really crowded, but it was amazing.
Yeah. That's awesome. A place that still feels like home no matter how long you've been away?
Probably Old Hickory, Tennessee, which is where I grew up, in
Okay.
East Nashville, Hermitage, Old Hickory. Yeah.
One songwriter everyone should listen to?
Wow. I think Cat Stevens, Yusuf, is a great songwriter. My wife would kill me if I didn't say James Taylor. He obviously was very instrumental. I also grew up listening to a lot of Dan Fogelberg, so I was very much into the 70s singer-songwriter.
Ah. And finally, one word that describes this season of your life?
I would say changeable.
Changeable?
Yeah.
Get back to your music.
All right. This is a song that I wrote for my wife. It's called Yesterday Is Not Tomorrow. Trapped, I brought you coffee. Sleep inside the pillow fortress that you made. Wondered if I dove beneath the covers, would I slip past your defenses unafraid. I had plans, I had schemes, I had worlds I meant to conquer, evaporate with the morning dew. But now I lie awake and watch the shadows, afraid of losing you. If I could be a better man, hold back the hands of time. If I could unpack all the trauma, carry in this heart of mine. If I could step outside myself, undo my stupid ways, take back everything I ever tried to say. But yesterday is not tomorrow, living for today. You wake and catch me staring. I hope you understand all the doubts that hold me hostage inside this lonely man. I cannot sleep, afraid to speak the words I cannot say. Yesterday is not tomorrow, so I'm living for today. If I could be a better man, burn back the hands
questions for you. What's a lesson from parenthood or leadership that unexpectedly made you a better songwriter?
I think be open to criticism, right? Be open to constructive criticism. I think we're all used to, we all, I think, respond well to praise, but sometimes the best learning comes when you're confronted with some of your less than stellar qualities or stellar work. And so, there's no growth inside the comfort zone. That's one of the lessons I try to impart for people that I mentor, is you got to stretch. And so from a songwriting perspective, you got to be able to take some darts thrown at it. And so I think, it's very much a solitary exercise, I think, at times when you're writing songs, because it is personal. It's not always autobiographical, but hopefully it's always true. And so being able to expose that truth to others, to see not only what you're seeing in it, but to see what they see, and not take it personally, even though it's some of the most personal stuff that you do, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, being a songwriter, it's laying your heart out there, and being very, very vulnerable.
So you guys are going to turn off comments and everything for the
so you can see.
Yeah.
What do you think people misunderstand about, starting a career in music at a later point in life?
I don't know if they misunderstand it or not. I think it's, I think we let what other people say influence what we do way too much. So my advice is to do it. If it's what you want to do, do it. And the only standard you have to live up to is your own. And so my advice is, don't let others hold you back, or don't think what you think others expect of you to hold you back. I think that's really the biggest impediment, is we are shaped more by other people than by our own self-direction.
I get that. Well, your songs invite people to reflect on where they've been and where they're going. So before we wrap up, what's something you hope listeners carry with them after hearing your music?
Just to persist, right? And be yourself. I think that's really our biggest gift to ourselves, is to be ourselves. Listen to your own inner self in terms of what you want to do.
Awesome. Well, it's been wonderful having you as a guest. We'll have to have you back another time.
I hope so.
So where can everybody find you on the interwebs?
Well, if you look for DavidJHinson, that's what my music is under. Any streaming platform, YouTube Music, Pandora, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, it's everywhere.
Everywhere.
It's everywhere, yeah. And then, I'll be out and about. I'll be performing next week on the patio at Brewco. And in September, I'll be playing at the Delta Fair and Music Festival. So it's a nice 90-minute set. I'll be performing there. So yeah,
that's really awesome.
It's almost like I do this.
It's almost like you do this.
Yeah.
Well, you should like have your wife there streaming you live while you're for
She
folks
hears
back
me
at
do
home.
this like 1,000 times. Man.
So she's not going to even be there.
No, she'll be there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
of course
stream
she'll
it live on your page.
She'll be there, but she's not reading the book of the bard. We sing this for the 50th time.
Well, it's been lovely. Any parting words before?
No, just thank you for the opportunity. It's been a lot of fun, and it does go fast. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you everybody for tuning in, and I'm going to let him play us out. But until next time, make sure to stay safe and come join us out on the scene.
Thank you so much. This is a traveling song to travel us on out. It's called Windshield Time. They call it misery for a reason. Well, I feel it some days more than most. Out the door and on my way to Indiana, with hours of windshield time to face my ghost. They need me to call into the office. There's trouble with my folks in Omaha. A picture of your face tucked in the visor, and hours of windshield time to face it all. Well, I haven't seen my wife since last Sunday, and my kids are growing up with just my name. But voices on a screen in Louisiana still need me, and Sioux Falls all the same. So I drink another sip of lukewarm coffee, look for a place where I can stop and pee. But this tinted glass has colored my perception of what I am and who I need to be. Well, I woke and didn't know where I was sleeping. Misplaced people, different shadows on the wall. Caught between being and becoming, somewhere between Chicago and St. Paul. Well, January's colder than I remember. The promise of the spring still weeks away. So I wipe the windshield frost with my free hand. I sit back and I start to drive away. Well, I should be home in time to see you sleeping, instead of all these miles ahead of me. But this tinted glass has colored my perception of what I am and who I need.